saying no, but he's muted, so. Lisa.
Hi.
Sometimes that doesn't link up as well.
Okay.
But Instagram in general, you have to do a separate site. So, that's what we got.
Okay.
But I've got it here, and I'll put it in the chat first.
Okay. I'm going to turn on a light because I look like I'm in a really dark room, which I am.
I have too many computers, I don't know where my mouse is.
Good evening.
That's good.
Hi everyone. How are you all?
So Erica, if you just type in on YouTube the search Orangeville Recreational Park District, it pops right up.
It's also in the chat if you need it.
Sorry, I was muted. So I'm on the Orangeville Rec and Park YouTube page, but like, how do you get to the live part?
So it's Orangeville Live YouTube. But if you can go to the chat in here, I put the link.
Okay.
And if you're on YouTube in the search, just put Orangeville Recreation and Park District and it will come up.
Yeah.
Is that Barry I see in the audience?
Found it.
No? Awesome. Absolutely.
I'm going to go ahead and call the Orangevale Recreation and Park District Board of Directors meeting for Thursday, September 10th, 2020. And I'm going to go ahead and call it 6:31. The sound okay?
Sound
All right.
great.
All right.
All right, roll call.
Roll call.
All right, Swenson, present. Stickney,
Present.
Mraz,
Present.
Brinberg, she absent, and Montez.
I am here.
Okay, and who else do we have on? We have Greg Fell, Horacio Urquiza. Is Jennifer Von Ash on?
Yeah, Jennifer's here.
Present? Okay. Jason Bain is present, right? Melissa Woodford, she present?
Yes.
Okay. And Nadia Roberts is present.
All right, well, then we'll go ahead and do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yes, for all.
Okay, can I get a motion to approve the agenda?
I move we approve the agenda as written.
I'll second.
All right, Erica made the motion and Manny seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
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 So we'll have 4-0 with one abstention. One absent, excuse me. I stand corrected. Public discussion. Any person may address the board upon any subject within the jurisdiction of Orangevale Recreation Park District, with each person being limited to 3 minutes. However, the chairperson can impose reasonable limitations to the maximum time per person and per agenda item to allow the board to complete its business. Any matter that requires action will be referred to staff or committee for a report and action at a subsequent meeting. Anybody wishing to speak to the board? Okay, then we'll move along to item number 6A, approval of minutes of the regular meeting of August 20th.
I move that we approve the minutes of the regular meeting on August 20th, 2020 as presented.
I'll second that.
Okay, so Erica, Lisa made the motion and Erica seconded. All right, well, any corrections? All right, then we'll go ahead and vote. That's all right.
Stickney?
Yes.
Raz?
Yes.
Brinberg is absent. Lisa Montez?
Yes.
And Swenson, yes.
Okay, then.
4-0.
4-0 with one absent. All right. Correspondence, we have the attorney's billing. Can I get a motion to accept it?
I'll move to accept the billing for July 20.
I'll second.
Lisa seconds it. Manny made the motion. Okay, so let's, it is money, so we'll have an individual vote.
All right. Mraz?
Yes.
Brinberg is absent. Montez?
Yes.
Swenson, yes. Stickney?
Yes.
All right, 4-0.
Okay, can I get a motion to accept the consent calendar?
I I move that we approve the consent calendar, items 8 through 8.3 as presented.
I'll second.
Okay, Lisa made the motion and Manny seconded, so we'll go ahead and vote again.
Sorry, I just
No, that's all right, we're,
did something really quick.
that's okay. We're rushed, we're not in a super rush.
Okay. Sorry, so that was Lisa that moved it, and who was the second?
Manny Moraz.
Raz, okay. Rubber? Oh, sorry, she's not here.
That's fine.
Yes.
Swenson, yes. Stickney?
Yes.
And Mraz.
Yes.
All right, that's 4-0.
Okay, then we're gonna go on to,
Wait, can we note that Director Glenberg is now on Zoom?
okay, we'll make the note that at 6:40, she is now hooked up with the rest of us.
6:40, okay.
I'll call it 6:40. I guess it's 6:36, excuse me, 6:36.
Okay.
Okay, so there were no committee meetings, so we'll go on to 11A, activity report.
All right, thought I'd just highlight a couple things. During the month, we met with fire district representatives. I want to thank Jason Zane and everyone that helped me with the new buildings. We had our second inspection, and building 1 and building 2 passed the inspection, and so we are able to occupy those 2 buildings, even though there's no rentals that are able to be done right now. We are getting closer on the cottage. We still have to install the fire safety devices, and then we'll have a re-inspect and get that done. We're hoping that that'll take place next week. So we're getting really close on the whole property. It's later on in the agenda, we're going to talk about having a board meeting that is a park tour. And we want to meet out at this facility and tour it. I'd like the entire board to see what all the things that have been done, because it's quite miraculous. You know, I'm sure that you can relate. You know, you move into a house or something, and there's a lot of little things that you want to make, you know, the way it works best for you. And for those 3 buildings, that's very much true with the Park District. You know, we have certain things that need to be done, and we've been working on those now for several months, and it's really coming to fruition. And the entire staff deserves some pretty amazing kudos. There's been a lot of work down there, and I want to kind of wait and have you guys all come and see it, because it's really something. I think it's really great. So
I want to note that the new sign is up now.
Yes.
Signs up.
And it looks very nice.
It looks very professional, and yeah.
Signs up, the landscape's coming right along, and we should have the ADA pathway done to the cottage by end of this week, maybe first day of next week, but probably the end of this week. And so it's really coming along. A couple other things I want to highlight is, you know, I try to give an update on the Electric Greenway Trail. The properties are progressing. Like I said, 1 property is closed. We have another property very close, and 2 others that are working through the process. So it's amazing how long it takes, especially working with people's lenders, but it's going well. The other thing that is happening with the City of Citrus Heights and all of the collaborating agencies is they're looking to name the trail. And if you look on our website, you'll see the link to the trail naming. If anyone in the community has a name that you'd like to see the trail called, you can look at the different requirements that are on the website, and then you can submit a name. That will be happening over the next few weeks. And then the committee will meet and talk about the different names that have been submitted. Yeah.
Have different sections, like the Sundance one could be one, and the String Avenue one could be another section.
They've talked about that. I think that the committee will kind of make a recommendation on that. However, I think that the initial preference was that we have a similar name for the trail throughout. And I think I like that, you know, having something similar that moves through the entire trail so people can really have a firm name and by which to reference the trail, and I think that's what I would prefer. You know, I kind of like the Electric Greenway Trail, but I'm sure that people will probably come up with a lot of different other options, you know, so we'll see how it goes, and we should hear a little more within the next month or so. I think that we're just getting very familiar with the Zoom meetings, and it's interesting to see the different districts and how they are opening their districts and what kind of events and activities they're having. I think that we have more going on than probably almost any even city or district in the area, and that's because we have a lot of dedicated contractors as well as our own programs that are willing to submit the required forms for social distancing and wearing masks and doing all those things. And a lot of the programs are outside as well. And so I'm really happy with the amount of programs that we have running. You know, we'd always like to do more, but it's going quite well, I think.
That we're doing that,
Well, I really think our staff is doing a great job. Maybe we can think of some overall ways that we could publicize that, but I think that they are really out there on social media and people are getting the message. You know, it's, you know, as far as the fall program with the schools, that's been going very well the first couple of weeks, and it's slowly getting a little more publicity and attention. And but I think I'm really happy with what I see, you know.
And maybe Nadia can share what she just did yesterday with.
Yeah, Nadia, do you want to share a little bit?
About your interview.
I was just responding to some comments, some questions. We were talking about the camp program.
The fall camp program has been going really well. We have been pushing it on social media, and I've gotten in contact with some of the schools and getting it through their PTAs. And I feel like it's helping push it a little bit more. We were able to do an interview with Orangevale Live, and that went really well. And they were awesome, and they posted it right away. So a lot of people have seen it already. And yeah, it's been really fun. It's been interesting to learn about getting everyone on the same, well, they're not on the same schedule because they're all on different Zoom schedules, but getting them to keep to their schedule and then getting to plan lots of fun recreational activities and physical activities and even some science experiments during the week.
well, I was just thinking of some of the Channel 3, 31, 10, they've all got morning programs that maybe they'd like to come out and fill up some of their time and look at what we're doing. And
I'm sorry, it's really quiet.
I was just thinking about Channel 3.
Yeah, we can reach out to some of the news stations. Typically, it's it has to be like, you know, special interest for them to come out and it be free. I did reach out to them about marketing events before COVID happened, and it can be really pricey. But if we can get them to think of it as a community interest, then it'll be a little bit better.
I think, thank you.
All right, any other, Melissa, I would like you to just hit upon a few things that you've been working on and some things that we've been able to open up as far as the recreation side.
Well, in the rec report, you see the August programs that ran. For September, which you will be finding in the next one, but for an update, September, we were able to begin our Tai Chi program. We had basic horsemanship that went. We got 14 enrolled. We actually had to ask them to double their numbers for us because we got so much interest in that one.
That's awesome.
Twirl sport tumbling began with 6 individuals. Artist Studio started back today with their social distance and a very small group. We have Just for Kicks Soccer starting this Saturday with 30 kids. We've got a few after-school sports classes that'll begin in October. So we have a lot coming up here in September that is already in progress and running with good numbers. And I do recommend, like kind of hitting off of what Greg had said, go to the other websites. Go to our surrounding park districts websites. You will see versus their side of programs, and then go to our online registration and look at the difference of what's running. So you will see that like he said, the contractors, the staff, everybody has done an amazing job at getting a lot out there to offer to our public. We are getting a lot of calls from our surrounding public, appreciating how much that we are offering compared to some of our other districts that they do name specifically. So they are seeing the difference on what we're trying to run versus others. Not that the others aren't running great programs also, but they are noticing the attempt that we're doing with all of our programs.
That's true.
Thank you, Melissa. Jason, do you have anything to add? Because, Jason has been spearheading the building work as well as many other things. Do you have some things to add, Jason?
I think Melissa's got, said most of what we're doing. I mean, the buildings, we're just trying to finish those things so we can have them all nice and usable. If we have more classes that we can add to our already existing classes. So, I mean, Mel's been putting a lot of work into that while I've been trying to get those buildings done with Leo and Doug. So none of it would have been possible without those two. So let me give them a good round of applause because it's been a lot of work.
And while Jason's been doing the building, though, he's downplaying, and he has also been dealing with his Tiger Sharks fall team. He's been dealing with preschool starting up and all of those classes on that end also that are beginning. And with all of this lovely weather and air quality, there's been, besides his basketball program, a lot of bounce around for that. So he is handling multiple things right now.
Thank you. And we're just at the activity report, Sharon, and I think that's all I have. Does anyone have anything to add in regard to the activity report?
I noticed there was a big thing about chalk painting where they do chalk art downtown Sacramento. Is there any way we can sort of next year get involved in that locally?
Sure, we can take a look.
I'll throw it out now, because think about it, see if we can, somehow or another we can jump on the train.
I have some awesome idea, Mike.
Yeah, I just happen to have a granddaughter that was doing it in her front yard, so that was.
Do you want to take a minute?
Can I throw something real quick on that chalk? I do want to give Nadia a heads up, or kudos. She actually tried to do a COVID chalk day and put it all over our social media, if you didn't notice that or not, where people could come out to our area in our parking stalls and draw on their area and submit photos. So she was trying to do a COVID version of that also.
Happened a couple months ago, but that Chalk It Up event is something it's like a big event that they do every year, and I believe it's to that area, but if it's spread out to other areas, like, I'm happy to do that. I think that's a really fun thing, and we can always do it multiple times a year.
I think it's a typical downtown that you have to pay for squares of the sidewalk that they can come out and do it. But because of COVID, they just released it to say, hey, everybody go out and do your artwork, put it here, put it there, wherever it is. So in that vein of, the chalk it up thing, we can have something similar, to just, hey, chalk it up, people.
On what to do.
Maybe we could look at it for next year, it seems like pretty positive.
Definitely on the list.
All right.
All right, so we've been doing, the staff has been just doing a lot of work all over, but down at the buildings as well. Horacio, do you want to highlight anything?
Yeah, it's just kind of coordinating between the different activities, especially at the new property with Doug and Jason, and getting everything kind of buttoned up and finishing up some of the little details, and also helping with the preparation of the beautification of the front of the building. We prepped the area, and we're working on the side area where we're going to plant a couple more plants in there so that we can finish up the entire front. Also, of course, taking care of the basic responsibilities on the park, like mowing the pool, especially irrigation. I know Mike had some concerns, or just look at some of the parks. I don't know if he has seen Palisades, but what a turnaround in a few weeks.
I saw it right today. I mentioned it was like 100. I didn't actually walk on it, but from a distance, it looked like not even the same place. It was.
Yeah, we did some irrigation adjustments, especially with the scheduling, and of course the irrigation sprinkler repairs. So that helped out. I think I'm gonna try to see if I can coordinate the same thing at Coleman. They're kind of similar, so it worked out great. So a positive result at the end. Also, here coming up this Friday, tomorrow, we're going to meet a volunteer group that Nadia got together, and we're going to work on the butterfly garden over at Pecan Park. So we're going to plant some more plants, probably a little bit, and then coming spring we'll plant some more so that they can grow throughout next season. So there's about 3 plus that are gonna just help with a cleanup, and then throw a little bit of mulch and get it a little bit more beautiful for the butterflies and just the overall area. So I think it's gonna work out great. The same lead from the day of service, it's also interested in following up. She has been active in following up, so she's great on her interest with the garden. So I appreciate that.
That's Ellen.
All right, yeah. It's
Yeah, that's her name. So appreciate kudos to her to reach out also and follow up. So tomorrow with the volunteers, I think we'll get it back in shape and put some more plants in there.
cute, especially with the weather, the heat, and then the bad air. The guys are doing an amazing job.
Yeah, the guys, we all have been, out there mobile and taking care of the responsibilities. And the beautiful thing is that the public appreciates it. We hear the good comments and thanking us for keeping the parks open and doing what we can to have the public enjoy the space. So I think that's our goal, and I'm proud of the decisions that we have made and how we have handled those decisions in terms of informing and also sharing it with Greg and the board. So I think it's working out good and in the benefit of the public.
So we're on to 11C, or do you want to go into more administrative stuff?
No, I think we can go to 11C. I'd like to turn the time over to Jennifer to kind of talk about the update on the county health benefits for next year.
Okay. So last week, Sue, our finance clerk, and I attended the Sacramento County benefits meeting online, of course. Okay, is that better? Maybe, maybe not. It is on. Can everyone hear me? So Last week, Sue and I, our finance clerk, attended the Sacramento County benefits meeting, and I wrote up a short staff report about it. I'll go ahead and read it, and then if anyone has any questions or if we want to have a discussion, we can. So for the 20 calendar year, Sacramento County continues to offer medical plans through Kaiser, Western Health, and Sutter Health with both HMO and HMO high deductible plans. As we expected, the premium rates did increase for all plans, and those increases were between 3.16 to 7.25%. This is the second year in a row that Kaiser offered a rate reduction credit, which reduced their original increase from 10.2% down to 7.25%. Our county manager tried to negotiate the best. He wasn't happy with this, but this is how it sat. So the reduction was with the understanding that, again, if the Sacramento County lost more than 250 members, that 50% of the reduction would need to be recouped in 2022, and that if more than 400 members left, the entire amount would need to be recouped. So for an example, they gave us the amount that if the full amount needed to be recouped in 2022, it would add roughly $20 on top of whatever the new rate was for the Kaiser single. So it's not a whole lot, but obviously that does add up over a year. The dental, vision, and basic employee life insurance plans and rates have no change. And they extended the open enrollment by a whole week because of COVID, and everything is going to be done online. So we have a nice long 5 weeks for anyone who wants to change. I've reached out to the staff to see if no one has the desire to change or to get more information than the basics, then we don't need to have a meeting. But if anyone wants more or wants to look at a different plan, then we will.
I have a question. If they don't want to change, they don't have to do anything then?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, correct. So we have plenty of time either way.
Okay. And the open period is?
It's September 28th through October 30th.
Okay.
You know what, Jennifer, I didn't realize that the county only offered those 3 choices.
Yeah.
They don't have like Anthem or Blue Shield?
Now, you know, that's just those 3 for special districts. Different county departments, they have their own little benefits book that I ran into once that do have different pieces. So you may know a Sacramento County employee that's not special districts that does have a different plan. I can't speak for them, but those are the only 3 for special districts. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
All right, so we're going to go ahead to 11D, the 24th, Thursday the 24th, for meeting here or down there? We'll start here.
Well, I thought we'd just start down there,
whatever.
and just do a tour. So if is there anyone that can't make it on the 24th? I had a starting time of 5 p.m. because I thought we could start a little earlier and just get done a little earlier. And if any of you would like to suggest anywhere else that you'd like to go, I really wanted to show you the new property and the new buildings, and then we can go from there. But if you have any suggestions on anything else you'd like to see, I'd be happy to do that.
I think by then it'll be around the 7 o'clock sunset, so we might come up here if you want, but I think we're just limited to that personally.
So
Unfortunately, I will likely be out of town on Monday, so I just any time will not work for me. So,
Well, maybe we can have Greg set up a special tour. Would that work?
yes, I'd like to see the new property.
All right, too. So,
Sorry, Greg.
I'm happy to take care around anytime, Erica.
Okay.
Okay. And then the next item is the Recreation Committee meeting. And I wanted to, we're planning to talk about it in the new business item, so I'll let that go. But our meeting is set for Wednesday, October 7th at 4 p.m., and that's Director Montez and Director Swenson. Does that work for the two of you? Or is there a better day and time that would work?
That works for me. Eric is on mute.
Sorry, I'm just checking one more calendar really quick. Yes, that works for me.
Good, so Wednesday, October 7th, 4 p.m. here at the district office.
Okay.
And I have one more item that's just come up recently. I just wanted to let everybody know that we've been having quite a bit of discussion locally about the Folsom for Justice Black Lives Matter. They're planning an event for Sunday, September 13th from 12 noon to 4 p.m. at Pecan Park. And I just wanted to let everyone know I've tried to keep you updated on what's going on there, but I just wanted you to know that the FEC Police Department as well as the sheriffs are very aware of the activity, and we are placing the activity in their hands. We have reached out but haven't received any information back from the group, and so they don't have a permit to be there, and they've talked about having some music and different things. We're not sure exactly what, but that's Sunday from noon to 4. So we're kind of leaving it in the hands of the Sacramento County Sheriff's Department, and I'll keep you informed as to what happens.
Thanks for the update.
I think the time is from 4:30 to 7, or as I recall. I don't know if it was changed for that for the
Yeah,
Sunday.
they changed it, Horacio. It's from
Okay.
12 to 4 now.
Okay.
All right, unfinished business, new business.
All right, one of the things that we have talked about and is in our capital improvement plan for this next year is painting of the Orangeville Community Center, and that includes some stucco repairs as well as some fascia, some dry rot repairs on this building. And then we're going to do an add alternate for the 3 buildings down, building 1, 2, and the cottage. And we're looking at painting them the same color as the complex here, and which I think should bring some striking, visual sense to the entire campus. So what we have before you are the specifications and the informal bid documents that I intend to put out tomorrow if the board approves this evening. We then will take informal bids and open them in a couple weeks, and then we'll have that, if everything goes well, we'll bring it to the October meeting for approval.
That sounds good to me.
I got a question. What is the color full sun? What color is that?
It's the color that you see this building is right now.
Oh, okay. So we're just doing the same colors that we currently have?
Yeah, because we have the activity building and it still looks pretty good, so we just felt like just maintaining the color scheme at this point, we didn't think that it would be worth, making an entire change. So it is the same color as you see at this building. It's the dark green for the trim and then the sun color for the building.
With the roof up would be though, right?
No.
All right, okay.
Does it have to be sealed at all? Do we need sealing of?
It includes pressure washing and any seal coats that are necessary over especially the repaired areas.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, so we need a motion, I guess? Do we need a motion for this?
Yes.
I motion that we, oh crap, sorry, oop, poop. I motion that we move forward with the presentation of the approval of the plans for the specifications and informal bid documents for the Orangevale Community Center Park Building painting project.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. I don't think we need any further discussion, so then we'll go ahead and vote.
Montez?
Yes.
Swenson, yes. Stickney?
Yes.
Mraz?
Yes.
Freiberg?
Yes, just unmuted.
All right, 5-0-0.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, so we'll go on to discussion regarding board committees and meeting frequencies.
Yeah, at the last meeting, we had some discussion about our committees and how often they met. And I sent out an email just kind of explaining what the historic practice was. And then we thought that a little more formality in regard to the Recreation Committee, because we haven't met as regularly as we have in the past. And so we have set up 3 times per year just ahead of each of the activity guides so that we can, anyone on the committee that might have something that they would like to have the staff investigate or look into a little further, we could do that and be prepared to then make any changes that were appropriate for the following activity guide.
So the activity guide comes out 3 times a year? Correct?
Yeah.
All right.
And so that would be, end of January time frame, mid-May, and then beginning of October. And so that's what we're proposing for the Recreation Committee. In regard to the Admin Finance Committee, we meet 2 to 3 times a year now, and that would pretty much remain the same in the future. And then as far as maintenance and operations, it's been kind of hit and miss. We've actually met a number of times. Sometimes it's been kind of categorized as the planning committee, sometimes as the maintenance committee. And we have gone out and done little park tours, and we've had 2 meetings this year. But we wanted to formalize that a little bit and just state that we would have 2 meetings per year, probably in the late spring and early fall. And then those committees report back, obviously to the board with a recap, and then the board can chime in as well according to what is reported then. And so the other committees are more, they meet as an on-needed basis with policy changes and the like. But that is our current recommendation, and we'd like to see what the board has to say, and if you have any additional comments or changes to that, we can address them.
I've got a question. Can I get clarification on for the Recreation Committee? Do the activity guides come out at the end of January, mid-May, and beginning of October, or is that when you suggest that we meet?
That's when we suggest that we meet, because it's a few months ahead of the actual publishing of the activity guide. We have one come out at the beginning of the year, that's the winter spring guide, and then one in the summer, and then one for the fall. And so the idea here is that we meet far enough in advance that the staff could do some work if they needed to, and
that's, I think, the suggestion that the staff had to meet a little ahead of each guide.
So like the end of January one, we would be discussing what for spring, and then May would be fall, and then October is winter.
End of January would be actually for the summer guide that comes
summer.
out, in what, mid to late April, Mel? Something like that?
You're correct, exactly.
And then the other dates are, our fall guide comes out late August, and then the winter guide comes out just before the new year.
Mid-December, yeah, right around the holidays.
Okay, thank you.
To me,
Any other thoughts?
I like the idea of at least once a year, and maybe we're going to do it here in the 24th. Is the board do a tour of the park, a full board meeting? I mean, in the past we've had the meetings when we've done the master plan stuff. So that I think at least once a year we all ought to try to go out to a park.
Yeah,
Or a building or whatever.
Yeah, I like the park tours. We've done a couple over the years, but we've really done so many master plan meetings that, they have kind of taken a little bit of that. But I really like that. I like being able to get out together and have that conversation as a full board. And so, this will give us an opportunity to kind of look and think about this campus, in a couple of weeks. And then, we can look at another meeting next year.
Any other comments from directors or staff?
I move we approve having the Recreation Committee meet 3 times per year, 1 February, March, 2 May, June, and 3 July, August, along with the recommendations listed. Incorporate the district's strategies and tactic review in each committee meeting.
All right, I'll second that.
Okay.
So we have a motion and a second.
I just have a question. Wait, did you say the recreation committees, February, March, May, June, or the finance committee? Because I think the recreation committee was end of January, mid-May, and beginning of October.
Yeah, they don't line up. They need to line up, but it'll be, you're right. So it'll be end of January, mid-May, and beginning of October.
So I make the same motion with the corrections of the month for the recreational committee.
All right, so noted. I'll still second that. All right, so with the corrections, then we'll go ahead and vote.
All right. Swenson, yes. Stickney?
Yes.
Mraz?
Yes.
Bremberg?
Yes.
And Montez?
Yes.
Okay. 5-0-0. I guess, did we even need to
All right.
roll call, whatever?
No, that's fine. Directors and staff's comments, and I see Jennifer, you'd like to add anything?
We're still prepping for our audit.
Which is?
The end of October.
Okay. And did they change that? Because it seemed like it was in January-ish.
No, usually he gives the report several months later.
Okay,
So
all right, okay.
It was like the mid-November, early November, so it is a couple weeks earlier. It just has worked out better that way.
Okay. And everything else is looking good. We're just waiting to open the building up, huh?
Yeah, everything's good.
All right. Let's see, anybody else up there? Horacio?
Well, just looking forward to kind of closing out the summer and starting the fall, preparing for possibly the rain here coming up. Time is pretty crazy. We just came from a really hot month and a little heat wave here at the end. So, but we got through it. Seems like right now it's weather's changing. So kind of keeping an eye on irrigation, because this is the time where if you let it go, it will show in some of the parks. So just keeping up with the work.
And all the parks, everyone I visited, they're all looking pretty good.
Thank you.
Let's see. Who else have we got up there? Melissa?
No, again, just stay tuned. Check out our website. You'll see the guide up there next week. I want to say thanks to the office staff who behind the scenes has been doing an awful lot of stuff. I won't even get into all the details, but a lot of things like that. Megan behind the scenes there, the Leos, and all the people you guys don't get to see. They've been doing a wonderful job, and thanks to them.
Jason, anything from you? Jason?
He's there.
He's there. I can see him, sort of.
I think he was shaking his head that he didn't have anything, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't have anything more.
When it's done or almost done, or?
We're going to the end of the month, roughly. I mean, we might go a little bit longer since we've missed a lot of smoke days, but if there's more smoke days, probably just end it when we're supposed to end.
So September then, roughly?
Yeah.
All right, good enough.
Is the swimming pool open? I know I saw earlier you were able to like reserve lanes. Are you still able to do that?
No, we're just doing the afternoons right now. I didn't have much of a staff as it was in the first place, and now most of them are back in school. So we just have the Tiger Sharks doing an extended, basically got another month of training, just lap swim for them, since there's not much else we can do.
All right, and then was it Nadia? Anything else?
I just want to kind of piggyback off of what Mel said and thank all the staff that we don't see all the time. It was really a group effort to turn the day camp around right after the wrecking crew camp and just get all of these programs out. Everyone's been working really hard to get everything up and running, and Mel's been doing a great job on the guide and all that stuff. So it's just been a huge team effort, and it's been nice to be a part of the team.
All right. All right, Manny, you got anything real quick?
No, outstanding.
All right.
Everything's pretty good.
Lisa?
I don't have anything, but thank everybody for their hard work. I have seen the parks and they look great, and the buildings over at Regency look fantastic. So appreciate all your guys' hard work and creativity.
For the truck, the 20, was it the 25th or whatever? And...
No, they relocated it.
All right, it's not going to be here in Orangevale now?
No, it'll be here in Orangevale, different date.
All right. Let's see. Erica.
Just wanted to say that I see all that. I mean, I don't see all of the hard work, but it's just exciting to be able to see the hard work come into play. Like for instance, I saw at my kids' school, they put out a little thing about the camp, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. Yeah. So the word is getting out, and lots of positive comments too about that. And then just my family's been enjoying like doing picnics in the park. And I just love seeing all the people that are actually in the parks now. I feel like they're getting really well used. Like there's runners, there were horses, soccer, dog walkers. Like it was just really neat to be able to see that, Horacio, you and your crew is like making the parks really nice, a nice place to get outside of the house and be in a nice place. So thank you.
Aaron, you got anything else?
Nothing for me. Just keep up the good work. Hopefully the smoke will go away.
Yeah, it's
Sunday. Soon.
Soon. Yes. I got nothing other than thanks for all the hard work everybody, every time I come down here with the wrecking crew was going on, or every park I visit, it's been in very good shape.
Yep.
Greg?
Well, I just wanted to say, again, the district hired Barry Ross as our new district administrator, and we've put the publicity out for that, and excited to have him come on. He's got a lot of good experience, worked for Mission Oaks. He'll probably join us in the October meeting, and we have a few things scheduled with him. I'm going to invite him to see if he wants to come to the board meeting at the 3 new facilities, to see if, he can,
24th?
on the 24th, to see if he can get us associated a little bit and take a look at that. And other than that, again, I'm excited to see how much we have going on, and especially, we keep talking about it, but these buildings have been a lot of work getting them ready, but they are really coming together. So. And that's been a total group effort, so.
Do we think we'll be able to put any kind of programming in them?
Well, you'll see. I'm really excited to have you take a look at them.
Right, okay.
They're pretty versatile, and I think they're really starting to come together, and I hope you feel the same way. I think it gives us really more opportunity than almost any district around.
Yeah.
And when you look at, they're fairly small areas, but especially during this kind of environment, to have that many different activity areas that you can do things in, once things start opening up, I think it's really going to be terrific, both from a rental standpoint as well as offering classes. So they're really shaping up nicely.
All right, so I think, can I get a motion to, items for next agenda, anything?
I'll beat you to it, sister.
What's that?
I move we adjourn.
I second that.
No items for next time, so you have a motion to adjourn and a second. All in favor? Aye. All right, we're adjourned.
Thanks, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Night.
All right, have a good night, everybody.
All right.
Thank you.
Good night, Orangeville.